We moved into the Mission Post, which is our church plant, on October 1st of 2020. And now here we are, moving out just prior to October 1st of 2024 because our lease is about to expire. This building has served us so well over the past 4 years. We have hosted English classes from it. We had an unexpected impromptu English camp. We've had the opportunity to serve meals to those in need, and we've had countless church services from the building. But for various reasons, it just didn't make sense to renew the lease this year, and so we started the process of looking for a new building. And that has been a bit of a bumpy ride, but God, as He always does, led us through to the place where we're very confident He has directed us to where He wants us to be.
Today, though, we're getting cleaned up and moved out. Our staff actually came on their day off to help us, which made things go a lot more efficiently. We ended up taking the boys for the first part, the moving out of the Mission Post and transferring the stuff to the new building. And we had told them before we left that if they wanted to go along, that they had to make sure that they were helpful and they didn't just go along for the ride. And most of them were super helpful and stuck to it. The Mission Post. The Mission Post is a 3-story building, and they did really well getting the stuff from the top to the bottom.
So while the boys helped us get moved out of the Mission Post and into the new building, we then went and made a swap and dropped off the boys and picked up the girls, and they helped us get the Mission Post cleaned and the stickers off the windows, which was a much bigger task. I think we probably just didn't have the right tools or equipment or solution or whatever, but it took quite a long time, and we were very thankful when we finally got the last sticker off and we were able to wipe the windows clean and close down for the day.
Worked so hard and I'm on a videoing you.
โอเคนะคะสำหรับความรู้สึกที่จะต้องย้ายโบสถ์ก็รู้สึกว่าการย้ายโบสถ์จากในเมืองไปยังอีกสถานที่หนึ่งซึ่งมันมีขนาดใหญ่กว่าแล้วก็สะดวกต่อการนมัสการพระเจ้ามากกว่าทำให้เป็นเรื่องง่ายในการนมัสการพระเจ้าแล้วก็เป็นที่ที่สงบด้วยแล้วก็สามารถเดินเล่นรอบๆโบสถ์ได้เพราะว่าในเมืองมันแออัดก็สำหรับความรู้สึกของหนูนะคะที่จะต้องย้ายโบสถ์ใหม่ก็เป็นอะไรที่ค่อนข้างเศร้าเพราะว่าด้วยความที่ว่าหนูเนี่ยเป็นเด็กผู้หญิงคนหนึ่งที่ค่อนข้างกลัวการเปลี่ยนแปลงแล้วก็เวลาเปลี่ยนแปลงอะไรมาเนี่ยก็จะต้องใช้เวลาค่อนข้างนานในการปรับตัวอาจจะเป็นหลายวันหรืออาจจะเป็นสัปดาห์แต่ว่าในการเปลี่ยนครั้งนี้ใช่ไหมคะก็รู้สึกเศร้าเพราะว่าเราอยู่ตรงเนี้ยมาค่อนข้างนานแล้วก็เราก็ได้มีเพื่อนอยู่ข้างๆโบสถ์อะไรเงี้ยค่ะค่อนข้างเยอะซึ่งเราจะต้องย้ายไปที่ใหม่ย้ายไปในที่ที่ใหญ่ขึ้นดีขึ้นแต่ว่าอาจจะไม่ค่อยมีเพื่อนๆเหมือนที่เดิมใช่ไหมคะก็เลยรู้สึกว่าค่อนข้างที่จะเศร้านิดหน่อยแต่ว่าเราย้ายไปในสถานที่ที่ดีขึ้นดังนั้นหนูจึงคิดว่านั่นน่าจะเป็นพระประสงค์ของพระเจ้าค่ะก็นั่นแหละค่ะ
ค่ะก็สำหรับความรู้สึกก็จากหลังจากที่ย้ายโบสถ์ใหม่แล้วรู้สึกดีและนมัสการพระเจ้าได้มากกว่าโบสถ์เก่า
Picturing you had a few benches, like a whole building full of stuff. It did tell them it was a church, so I'd be like, oh wow, they're gonna probably less stuff than they expected, honestly. Sarika.
สำหรับหนูที่ยังไม่เคยไปโบสถ์ใหม่หนูได้ยินเพื่อนพี่ๆหรือผู้ใหญ่เล่าว่าที่นู่นมีขี้เยอะมากแล้วหนูก็ไม่คิดว่าที่นู่นน่าจะมีขี้นกเยอะขนาดนั้นน่าจะทำความสะอาดยากแต่พระเจ้าก็ทรงประทานโบสถ์นี้ให้
So when we arrived at the building, even though we had seen it before, it was like we were shocked all over again at just the sheer size of it. And then when you walk in, it is hard to describe the amount of bird droppings that were in that place. Because the ceilings had kind of just deteriorated and fallen apart, and the roof is not sealed, it's not closed in completely in all areas. Birds had just come in and made it their home, and it was just full of just bird droppings, and it was so thick it was like in the air. We put masks on to try to make it easier to breathe because the stench was so bad, and the air just felt kind of thick, and even with the masks it just kind of went right through it, and they didn't really help that much. We got to work scrubbing out the front foyer just so that we would have a clean, dry place to store our stuff that was just going to sit there while the building was prepared to be able to be used. And even with all the help that we were there, our staff was there, a number of our children were there, and then the owners of the building had brought people in who were also helping. And even with all that help, it still took a good chunk of time to get it clean enough and then dry to be able to put our stuff down on it. We have no idea why God led us to a building in such a condition, especially whenever we had found and tried to sign a contract on a building that was in basically turnkey condition. That contract fell through, and we ended up finding this place kind of totally unexpectedly. The only thing that we know to do is to work hard, and then, as the saying goes, prepare for rain. Some ideas are coming together in our minds as we're praying and thinking and talking through plans, and I just kind of have a thought that the building is going to end up not being too big at all. I think it's going to prove to be exactly the right size.
Is it going? Today, though, we're getting cleaned up and moved out. Our staff, some of who attend church, and some who don't. Some of who? Some of who?
You see,
ค่ะสำหรับโบสถ์ใหม่นะคะสำหรับโบสถ์ใหม่หนูคิดว่าน่าจะมีขี้นกอีกเอาใหม่หนูคิดว่าไม่ใช่เพียงน่าอยู่ก่อนเถอะ
ก็สำหรับความรู้สึก
ได้เล่นที่โบสถ์ใหม่แล้วก็
There's a monitor lizard. I'm gonna cough.
thing today.
I'm trying to start it. It's not going well.